Recently, the K-pop world has been shocked by shocking news for BTS fans, especially ARMY, who have been very loyal in supporting their members' every move. This time, the news came from one of the most popular members, Kim Taehyung, or better known by his stage name, BTS. However, this news is not about V's behavior or career, but rather about a rather surprising decision, namely his decision not to be part of SMA 2025, a major project that was previously promised to involve him. BTS's V, who is known for his distinctive voice and charismatic style, has long been a favorite of many people. The decision not to continue his involvement in the SMA 2025 project is quite questionable. Fans are wondering, what is the real reason behind this decision? Why did BTS's V, who has a big influence in the entertainment world, suddenly disappear from a project that many people have been waiting for? Speculations on the reason for BTS V's decision. There have been several speculations circulating among fans and the media about the reason BTS V was left out of SMA 2025. Some people argue that this decision may be related to V's increasing career demands. As one of the most famous members of BTS, V does have a very busy schedule, ranging from world tours, appearances at big events, to preparations for solo projects that are getting closer. These work demands certainly influence V's decision in choosing which projects he will focus on. In addition, some also think that this reason could be related to V's desire to explore more sides of himself in the entertainment industry, especially through solo projects. After his success with Singularity and other solo works, V has begun to show that he does not only want to be known as part of BTS, but also as an artist with his own identity and vision. However, there are also opinions that are more directed at V's personal problems. Some fans theorize that V may want to take more time for himself and maintain a balance between his personal and professional lives. Known as a fairly private person who does not like to share his personal life, this decision could be V's way of keeping his privacy safe from the media spotlight. Other factors influencing the decision. In addition to professional and personal factors, some also argue that V's decision not to be involved in SMA 2025 could also be related to internal dynamics within the group, or even a contract with the agency. In some cases, big decisions like this are often influenced by the agency or management. Big Hit Entertainment, now known as Hybe Corporation, may have had certain reasons for encouraging V to focus on other projects, such as a solo career or other bigger BTS projects. It is not uncommon in the entertainment industry. There are many factors to consider, including the long-term interests of the artist and the potential for their career development. In this case, although fans are very disappointed, this may be a bigger decision than just the SMA 2025 project itself. Fan reactions and impacts. The reactions from fans are certainly very varied. Many ARMYs feel disappointed and even confused by this decision. As a group, BTS has formed a very strong bond with their fans, and V's decision to withdraw from SMA 2025 certainly left quite an impression. However, as is often the case in the entertainment industry, this kind of decision also invited a lot of speculation and hope that there was something bigger that V was preparing. However, there were also those who supported V's decision by giving the understanding that every artist has the right to choose their own path and pursue what they want in their career and personal life. ARMY, who have supported BTS since the beginning, certainly know that every decision made by BTS members is always based on mature thought and a bigger vision for the future. The news of BTS's V suddenly being left from SMA 2025 immediately caught the attention of many parties, especially loyal BTS fans known as ARMY. A big project that was previously one of the most anticipated by many people now seems to be missing an important part after this surprising decision emerged. V, who has been one of the BTS members with great influence, suddenly decided not to continue his involvement in the project. Of course, the big question arises: why? Based on speculations that have developed among fans and the media, many have stated that this decision did not come without a deep reason. One of the assumptions that has emerged is related to V's increasingly busy schedule as part of BTS. Along with increasing popularity, it is no wonder that V has to choose between various project offers that come in. As we know, BTS is at the peak of their career, with many world tour schedules, new album releases, and various solo projects that are also getting closer. In addition, the decision to withdraw from SMA 2025 could be related to V's desire to explore his more independent side more deeply. Over the past few years, V has begun to show his interests and talents in various fields, including visual arts and solo music. Singularity, for example, is V's solo work that has received an extraordinary response. It could be that V feels that it is time to focus more on developing his career outside of BTS, which, although still an important part of his life, now provides less space to explore as an individual. However, other speculations suggest that V's decision to be left out of SMA 2025 is not only related to professional factors, but also personal factors. On several occasions, V is known as a fairly private person who prefers to keep his personal life out of the public spotlight. It could be that V feels that his involvement in a big project like SMA 2025 will reduce the space for himself, which may be very much needed to maintain his life balance. Given the tight schedules that BTS members have, it is likely that V wants to avoid additional burdens that could interfere with his health or the quality of time that can be spent with his family and friends. Not only that, there are also opinions that state that this decision could be related to the decision of BTS's management, Hybe Entertainment. As a large company that handles BTS, of course they have a big influence in determining the steps taken by its members. Perhaps after doing long-term planning, BTS's management decided that V needed to focus on other projects that were more strategic for the future of his career. In the entertainment world, especially with BTS's popularity, many big decisions are made not only by individuals, but also by management who have a far-sighted vision. This news also had a big impact on BTS fans, who felt disappointed and confused by V's decision. ARMYs who have loyally supported BTS since the beginning certainly felt like they had lost part of a project that was originally planned to be a big moment. They expressed concerns that this decision could be related to tensions within the group or even internal problems that had not been revealed. Even so, BTS fans are also known for their very strong loyalty, and despite their disappointment, they still gave their full support to V in his career journey. However, many also tried to see the positive side of this decision. Some fans stated that V had the right to pursue what he considered important in his career and personal life. They understood that as an artist, V had the right to determine which projects he wanted to take on, without always having to follow public expectations. This decision, although surprising, could be a very wise step for V in maintaining a balance between his career and personal life. Conclusion: BTS V's decision not to participate in SMA 2025 has indeed surprised many, especially loyal fans. Although the exact reason is still a mystery, we can conclude that this decision could be related to V's ever-growing career path, the need to maintain privacy, or even internal factors that may not be known to the public. However, one thing is for sure, BTS V remains an interesting figure to follow, and this decision will not diminish ARMY's love for him. In an entertainment world full of surprises, we can only hope that V's decision will have a positive impact on both himself and his fans. And of course, BTS will continue to provide extraordinary works in the future.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test. Expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression.